Welcome, fourthies! This week we are going to come to the end of our geography unit. We've been learning about the 4 different regions of California: the coastal region, the desert region, the valley region, and the mountain region. So this week you're going to show me what you know. And you're going to show me what you know by creating a topographical map of California. Now, a topographical map is like a 3-dimensional map that shows the different features of each of those regions. So you're going to do this with the stuff we sent home on Friday. So it's not going to look exactly like this, but you are going to get salt and flour that came in. It's 1 cup of flour and a 1/2 cup of salt, and it comes in your baggie. And it's going to come dry. What you are going to have to do at home is you're going to have to add 1 cup of water, okay? And you can just add a little bit at a time to make sure it's the right consistency. We'll talk about that in a second. So you'll get a baggie full of salt and dough. You need 1 cup of water at home. You will also get 5 different colors of paint to be able to show me the different regions. You get a paintbrush. You'll get cardboard or some kind of hard surface to put your map onto. And then you'll have a packet of 3 different pages of maps, or 2 different pages of maps, and then 1 with a map key. So to start off, the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and mix your dough. So you're going to take your 1 cup of water and you're going to open up your bag and you're going to pour it in. I don't have it right now because I already mixed it before. And you're going to take it with your bag closed and you're going to just squish it together, trying to mix everything up till you have a consistency kind of like cookie dough. Okay, it's going to get stuck to the side of your bag. Just mix it. If you don't have enough water, you can put just little bits at a time if it's too dry. But you don't want it to be too wet because then it gets really sticky. Then when you're done, I'm going to show you what it should look like. See if I can pull it out of my bag. Mine's a little sticky. Okay. So it kind of looks like Play-Doh, dough. Okay, I can stretch it, I can move it. Okay. So that's what I'm going to use in a little bit. Okay, so once my dough is ready, I'm going to leave it inside the bag. And then I have to get my map space ready on my cardboard surface. So all right, we're going to start with this top map, the larger state of California. So you're going to put your different region maps off to the side and your map keys off to the side for right now. Okay. So if you look at your page, you see the writing on the top. If the writing's going the right way, where you normally read it, then your California is facing the right way. Okay? This is on the west coast, so your ocean's going to be on this side. And then this is the east border of California, so there's states over here. I'm just telling you that so later on when we paint in the ocean, you need to make sure the ocean is on the west side. Don't paint the ocean where the other states should be. Okay? So what you're going to do, you've got 2 choices. I'm going to use my marker. You can cut out the shape of your California and then trace around. Or if you end up with cardboard and you use your pencil and you press hard enough, it will make a little outline that you can then trace, okay? So you can do either of those things. You can cut out California and then trace around it, or press really hard and it'll do an outline. And then you're gonna take your pencil and make your outline dark enough so you can see it, okay? So now I have the outline of the shape, and that's where my California map is going to be. That's how big it is, and that's how you should have enough dough for that. You might have some left over. But if it all isn't perfect, there's enough of it to use. Then the next thing you need to do is get out, well, you know what? The next thing we're going to do is we're gonna draw a compass rose on your map. So you make sure that everything's going the right way, okay? So you remember that the ocean's on the west. So on your map, you can draw a little compass rose. Okay, and on the top, we're going north of the map. On the bottom, we're going south. This direction is east, and this direction is west. Okay, and then make sure you give yourself enough room that you can also, that map key I showed you earlier, you're gonna cut off one of them. Oops, see? Maybe you should put the map key on and then do your compass rose. I can move my map key down here in the ocean. Okay, so make sure you have room for that with your compass rose so everything's going the right direction. Okay, then I'm going to take out that salt dough I had. And a little bit at a time. So I just took off chunks of it. I'm gonna stretch it out and I'm gonna make it fill in California, okay? So see if I can make those bays stick in there. And take up the whole area of California. I'm not done with it, I just wanna fill it up. So it takes up the state. Okay, so it's pretty flat right now, right? But California is not flat. So what you can start to do is, you know, there are mountain ranges in California, and there's two. We've got the Coastal Range and the Sierra Range. So we're gonna, and the valley is in the middle. So I'm gonna press down the Sierra Nevada range, sorry. I'm gonna press down in the middle to make the valley. And I know the Sierras are taller because that's where Mount Whitney is, and there's other mountains. So I'm gonna press down and move. If I wanna bring in more dough to make my mountains taller, I can do that. Okay, and then the Coastal Range is also there. So those need to stick out. Okay, and kind of they come down together at the end. So we've got the valley and we've got our mountains. Okay, and then our deserts over here. There are some, so you're gonna make it, and then we've got our coast range over there. So you add those details for each of those regions. Okay, and then once you're happy with your California, you're gonna leave it alone and let it dry. It's gonna take 2-3 days for it to dry all the way. Okay, you don't want it soft, you want it hard. You can stick it outside if you have a safe spot, it might dry faster. Okay, and while it's drying, then you can pull out your map that's got each of the different regions. Okay, and this is for you to practice coloring the regions separately, so identifying the different regions. So I practiced on mine, and I'm going to use this map key because this is the colors that I'm going to use to paint them when it's done. So I colored the Coastal Range purple. So it's just that thin layer all the way along the coast of California. The Valley Range, right there in the middle, that's green. The desert region, that's right over here. Okay, down towards the south end of California. And then the mountain region, which is brown. So you're gonna make sure you color that area, leaving the valley region open, okay? So then once you're done practicing, and it's been a couple days, then you'll be ready to paint, okay? And I want you to paint your regions using that color key. Okay, so using those. And if you notice, I've got one extra color. So I've got purple for the coast, brown for the mountains, green for the valley, yellow for the desert, and then I've got blue. Blue is for the ocean. And I want you to make sure that the ocean is out here on the west coast of California. I can't wait to see the California maps you guys create. I'm excited to see them. I hope you have fun, and I hope it's not too messy. So I'll see you guys later.